And I hear the music ending. Welcome back. Welcome, everybody, to a special episode of the OTRO Financial Podcast, When Banks Say No. I'm Boyd Karren. I'm joined by...
Karol Guevara. How are you, Boyd?
I'm good, Karol. We've been a little busy lately, huh?
I know, it's been busy, but I miss this. So
Well, we're back. We're back. And we've got big news today.
Yes, big news.
We wrote a book.
No, we wrote an eBook, and this is a topic that is really close and dear to my heart. So I'm so excited.
Yep, absolutely. So tell us the name of the book. Tell everybody the name of the ebook.
Absolutely. Let me see. As a matter of fact, I have the cover here.
There you go.
So it is the Immigrants Guide. Can you see it? Okay.
Yep.
The Immigrants Guide to Building Credit and Qualifying for a Small Business Funding in the USA.
The Immigrants Guide to Building Credit and Qualifying for Small Business Loans in the USA. Boy, this is a topic dear to our respective hearts, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's so crucial at the moment we're living right now, and since always, I feel so.
Yep, absolutely. So we're launching this together. We launched it actually a couple of days ago, just right before Thanksgiving. It was live and available. We wrote this together as the result of our two very different journeys that ended up in the same place, it would seem.
Yes.
Right? So
it was meant to be.
Whether you're an immigrant or an entrepreneur or both, or a first-generation dreamer, today's episode really is for you. Karol, tell everybody why we wrote the book. What's this all about?
Yes, thank you. And I wanted to say before that one of the biggest reasons we created this guide is because thousands of immigrants arrived every year in the USA, and they're ready to work, and they're eager to create a new future for them and start in a new country. But nobody explains to them how the financial system works,
how the credit system works.
Yeah, they always tell you you have to work hard and build your credit, and if you want, open a business and apply for loans. But nobody tells you how to do it, and in an easy, clear way, and also what lenders really look for. So this is huge. I think it's going to be a great guide for everyone.
Exactly right. You can be full of energy, and you can be a hard worker, and you can have all the desires to make your life better. That if you come here and you don't understand how the credit system works, then you're going to have a hard time. It's going to take a lot longer to accomplish those dreams that you have. And so, Karol, several times as we wrote this book, you said, I wish somebody had given me this book 20 years ago. Right?
Yes.
So share your story about coming here from Colombia 20 years ago, and how this would have made a difference in your life had you had this book then.
Thank you. Yes. I told you so many times, I wish I had this book as soon as I arrived here. I grew up in Bogota, Colombia, and I was born and raised in South America. And I was, born and raised military parents in a big family. And a crucial time for us too. And it was really, really sensitive time in the middle of conflict in our Colombian history. Pablo Escobar, car bombs, bus bombs, assassinations.
Cartel violence.
Yes, a lot. So no one felt safe at any time, anywhere. So when you're growing up in that environment, you not only start becoming numb, kind of, but also wanted to desire to have a different future for yourself. So
at some point you say, I got to get out of here.
Yeah. So this either can break you or make you. And I decided no, we need to build the strength for this. And really, we need to look for a future, first of all, when we feel safe, right? And second, when we can have better opportunities that we didn't have there. So we arrived with my husband in the USA with only 2 bags and a few dollars, and started our journey. Did all kinds of jobs, cleaning offices, washing windows. I took care of children. I was a nanny. And in the middle of that, I started studying English, of course. You need to immerse in
Mhm.
the culture and learning how everything works. But I didn't have credit.
Mhm.
I didn't understand the system. And I made mistakes as well.
Sure. Yeah, as everybody does,
Yes,
especially if they don't know what game they're playing and what the rules are.
exactly,
Yeah,
exactly. So I got denied for things I didn't even understand. And I really wish someone was able to guide us at that time. So that's what I thought, like, if I ever figure this out, I will teach my community how to do it.
there you go.
And 20 years after,
If it
I
took
don't want that for so many immigrants that takes so long to figure it out. I want them to be able to figure it out. The sooner, the
right,
better. So
right.
this is the main reason why this book exists. And I think that our stories, even though they have different paths,
Yep,
we're united for this beautiful force,
agreed.
and then our journeys kind of mingle, and that's why we're here. So
Yeah, and my story is
mhm,
much different than your story. You know, I was born in the United States and grew up in a suburban setting,
mhm,
and we never worried about cartel violence or
mhm,
anything. I never even heard of it.
mhm,
We just lived our lives in La La Land. It seemed. When I became an adult and it was time to provide for myself and for my
mhm,
family, I more often chose entrepreneurship than I did choosing to work for somebody else.
mhm,
Um, and anytime I had a business idea that I wanted to start or a business I wanted to buy or whatever the situation was, getting getting the money to do
mhm,
that was, as we like to say, the do or die part of every deal. And I mean, I always had good credit, as the
mhm,
current credit situation, current credit environment really wasn't created until about 1989 with the creation of the whole FICO score thing. But credit's probably the last thing I learned. Between all my experience and two master's degrees in business, credit was like the last thing I learned
mhm,
to really understand it, because I was applying for loans and trying to get money and raising money for my
mhm.
my business ventures. And then you and I working together as business brokers,
Yes.
how many people we had come to us, immigrants in particular, looking for money to start a business or buy a business and start getting this American dream off the ground, only to
Mhm,
find out, they really didn't have any credit, or they had very thin
mhm.
credit.
Yes.
None of their whatever state or status they had in their
Mhm,
previous country didn't really apply here yet. And
mhm.
so we realized, you and I together, hey, we need to help people understand how to
Absolutely.
establish credit, how to build
Mhm,
credit so they can buy businesses and homes and cars and land and revenue generating assets and all the things that we think are so great about living in America.
mhm.
Let's teach them how to actually play the
Yeah.
game correctly. So the number
Uh-huh.
one the number one reason that immigrants get denied is they just don't have enough time in the US credit system, right?
Yes. That's the
Lenders
number one.
want 2 years of history. They want to see low credit card utilization. They want to see on-time payments. They want to see, nice high credit limits and clean reports. But
Mhm.
what do new immigrants usually have instead?
Just brand new
Yeah,
credit, very little, very thin.
very little
We call it the starter
new
credit. Yeah, it's kind
starter
of,
credit. Yep.
yes, and
Yep.
they actually ask
Yep.
more from that. So
And it's hard to not take that personally, right? Like, oh,
mm-hmm.
you're denying me because I'm from another country. It's, well, you just don't
Yeah.
have enough credit.
And
So,
I wanted to mention that you had a little taste of that because your background also has to be related where you learned Spanish. And I
oh
wanted to
yeah,
share with
okay,
the
yeah, yeah. My
with our audience, like,
yeah,
where did you
okay.
learn this Spanish? And
Where did I even learn Spanish in the first place, right?
yes.
Well, I started learning in high school. I did I think
Mhm.
4 years in high school and realized I didn't. When I finally learned Spanish, I realized how little I'd actually learned in high school. But I learned my Spanish in Argentina. I
Mhm.
was I was a volunteer missionary, a church missionary for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and fully immersed for 2 years in various neighborhoods in Argentina, and spoke Spanish, listened to Spanish, read Spanish, began to dream in Spanish. Everything began to click for me.
And
But
immerse in the culture.
and immersed in the culture, and I really hope I don't offend anybody by saying this, but one of my biggest observations
Mhm.
was how hardworking Latina women were and are. I don't mean to, say anything negative against the men, but my
Mhm.
goodness, I saw so many households being carried by the
Mhm.
women, their
Yeah.
entrepreneurial spirits, their hard work. They would do anything to get the money they needed to care for their children, to get the
Mhm.
things they needed for their children. And I never forgot that.
I know, and I saw that every day when I was back in Colombia, and I
Yep.
love that. That's why I told you, like, I wish we can help them because their desire and their passion is there. They just
Yeah.
need the tools and their hard work skills.
Yep.
So yeah, so I
So
know.
here's the tools.
Yeah.
We're giving them the tools with this book. Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
So I know you have your huge background in business and you went to the Indiana University for your MBAs as well
Mm-hmm.
and Thunderbird for global
Thunderbird.
management.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But still the banks say not to you. You
Yeah.
know?
Banks have said no to me many
Mhm.
times. Yeah.
Mhm.
And the real reason that banks have said no to me is because banks don't like startups. They don't like
Mhm.
risk. Startups for them signify risk because
Risks.
they're loaning purely on projections.
Mhm.
And projections, financial projections, are probably the hardest and least reliable, the hardest thing to do, and the least reliable thing there is in business is just projections. Nobody knows the future. So
Yes.
you think you've got a great business idea, you think you're going to go make $1 billion, but you can't start until somebody loans you that money. And so
Mhm.
I've had many banks just, this this isn't worth our time. My loan request wasn't large enough. That was really the catalyst to getting OTRO Financial started. Was a bank who told me my loan request was not big enough to be worth her time. She wouldn't make enough commission doing the deal to be
I
worth her time,
know.
and that was a real eye opener, a real shock for me. I didn't know a banker could tell you that. I thought there was
Absolutely.
an obligation to help you, but she's not. It's not worth my time.
Mhm.
That introduced me to the world of alternative lending,
Lending.
non-bank lending. We still work a lot with the banks, but there's
Mhm.
non-bank lending as well, to help people get the money they need to buy or start a business. And
Mhm.
so that's part of what we explain in the book too. Not
Yeah.
just how to get your credit established and your bank accounts established, but the fact that there are these alternative lenders who tend to be much more creative and much
Exactly.
more aggressive in wanting
Mhm.
to help you. We're more likely to look at the potential of a deal than just the facts of the past, like a bank
Mhm.
would. So yeah,
Yes, and that's why it's so important
to have
that
options.
they have options and they need
Yeah.
to know that there are options.
Yep.
Like we have heard through our clients sometimes, like, okay, the first time a bank denies, like, okay, no, never mind. And then just no, don't give up on your dream. Like continue. There are options there.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Too many entrepreneurs just when they hear the first no, they just stop.
Yeah, no.
No, you got to keep pushing through. There's almost always an option. You got to keep pushing,
Mhm.
and people like us can help them find that.
Yeah, and in my Hispanic culture, especially, I've told you, shared with you so many times, there's something in entrepreneurship in our DNA, and we just want to, even if we are having hardships, it's like let's open a business and then
Yeah.
become working as a family and just build it from there. So this is so important for them to know, so the
Hmm.
sooner that they can strengthen their credit and even their younger generations, it's never too early or too late. So
Correct.
mhm,
Yep.
they can do it. So tell me, Boyd, From writing this book and knowing that first, why immigrants get denied all the time?
Well, the immigrants, unfortunately, tend to get denied because they don't have enough credit history yet.
Yes.
They have what we
Mm-hmm.
call thin credit. They might have a starter credit card or two. If they're smart, they've already begun going down that road. They'll have a starter credit card or two, but they
Yes.
don't yet have a relationship established with a bank. Maybe they don't have a mentor or a group they can count on. They just
Mm-hmm.
haven't been educated financially on how it works here. And so that's what this book covers is how to get established, how to get those first accounts set up, including, and this was so interesting, which banks will let you create
Open your
an
bank
account
account.
with just a passport,
I know.
right? Everybody
Mm-hmm.
thinks you have to have your social security number, but that's not always true.
Uh-huh. I was lucky enough to learn that throughout the years, and I thought everybody knew it, but no.
Oh, I
And
doubt hardly anybody knows that. Yeah,
yeah, so when my
yeah.
sister came years ago, like around 2017, that was the first thing we did. But like it was
Open an
after
account.
me been living here for,
Uh
for
huh.
almost over 10 years that
Yeah.
of course she lived here for 3 years, and after those 3 years her
Hmm.
credit was spectacular, but it
Good.
took me longer. So
Good.
it is good to, if you have that experience and you learn about that, to guide others that are just starting, because
Yeah.
it's not
Well,
easy.
and in the book, we don't only mention that there are banks that let you open accounts with passports. We tell you which ones. There's
Yeah.
even links to those banks, right? We tell you which ones are
Yeah.
most friendly for various immigrant groups.
Yes.
Um, and that you can get loans even with your international tax number if you don't even have a social security number yet. You can
And we
start
tell you where to
building. We
find
tell you
them.
where. Yeah. So, and this book is written in English
And
and
Spanish.
Espanol. So it's a
Mm-hmm.
dual language book. We felt that the Spanish audience was probably the largest and most had the most urgent need.
Mm-hmm.
So it was written first in English, and then you translated it into Spanish, and it's
Yeah.
a beautiful 1-2 punch.
Yes, and also we share some special also websites when they can find a mentor. I think having a mentor is
Yeah,
such a key point,
yeah,
because it'll guide you. The credit system from our country versus here in USA is completely different, and we need to start by unlearning all those things that we learn from our country
yeah.
and learn that here is completely different. The more credit cards you have and that you use them and you pay them on time and even
Hmm.
earlier you can, the better.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
then that you can always ask for your bank every 6 months or a year to
Hmm.
increase your credit limit. That will help you so much at the time when you're
Exactly.
looking for a
Yep,
loan. Those things are
yep,
so key components, you
yep.
know?
And we spell it all out. We explain all that
Yeah.
and how often and which banks and which cards and yeah, how to get
Mhm.
that going.
Yes. So
Yeah,
this is exciting. We want to see our immigrants also thrive in their businesses, and even if they need to, if their credit for so many reasons has been damaged, we also share how you can really repair it and
yeah,
how you can find those tools to repair. Is never too late, and then you can continue with your dreams, and the funding options for our startups or small businesses even under
yeah,
2 years, and then
yep.
going from them. So
And because it's an ebook, there are
yeah.
live hyperlinks within it that will take you
Yeah.
to the credit repair place or
Mhm.
the bank that will open an account with just your passport, for example.
Mhm.
It's alive in that it's at the ebook, and so those links are live, and they'll take you to all those different places. You don't have to look them up and go later and find them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
This is exciting. Is a tool I was able to share with a few groups of immigrants in the past few weeks to kind of have a feel. And I
Hmm.
encountered a group of big South
Oh,
African immigrants that are coming as refugees because they're going through difficult situations there,
yeah,
and they were so excited. It's like, this is what we need. Like, we're eager to work here,
yeah,
and we just need this guy to help us. So that was to me
Yep.
like a great sign of hope that, okay, this book is going to help thousands of
Yep.
people.
And that's what we want, is to help as many people as we possibly can.
Absolutely. And
Yeah.
we have signature lessons there
Mhm.
in our book, like how credit is not only about money, it's about behavior. And I love that,
Yep.
you know.
And there's even tools in the back of it. Here's how to put a budget together. Here's how to
Yes.
put together like a personal financial statement. Here's the kind of things that a banker would want to see when it's time to get a business loan. Here are the
Mhm.
ratios you'll want to be within, and what those terms mean. All the acronyms. Americans and English love acronyms, right? And so we help to explain what many of those financial acronyms
Mhm.
also mean, so you
Mhm.
can comprehend better what you're doing.
Yes, and then a clean credit report is more important than having actually a higher score, like super high score, it's just
Yeah,
having that.
clean. Yep,
Mm-hmm.
yep, yep.
So exciting that we can share it. Please, we made it affordable for you, so that really can take all the advantage that you can. And if you have questions, email us, contact us. It's just
Yep.
we're here to help and provide you with the tools and the guides that you need.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we'll post a link, but the link, you can get the book through a link on our website. There's a Shopify
Mhm.
page. It'll be on within the Amazon ebook world as well for Kindle, and that'll get the
Yes.
international distribution that we're looking for.
We did our research and we know that this is very unique because it's bilingual in English and Espanol.
That's right. Yeah, there's
And
nothing
no,
like this out there that explains in this level of detail and this much information about not just how to build credit, but how to qualify for the business loans that let you buy land and commercial buildings and businesses.
yes, even trying when the time comes for government contracting. So
Government,
just
yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
be
that's a big one.
ready. Like you have to be ready. So
Yeah,
yes. Yes,
how to
boy.
get
Thank you
into
for
that's
joining
a
me in this adventure.
oh yeah, it has been an adventure. It's always an adventure together. But this was really satisfying for
Mhm.
both of us personally to get this written, put our names on it, and put our faces on it, and promote
Mhm.
it and help people. You're so dedicated to the Latino community. I've seen that here now for years, and as a graduate of the Thunderbird School, I just have a love for all cultures.
Yeah, me
I love
too.
to understand cultures beyond my own, and I feel like this helps me with my mission as a Thunderbird, to help lift other cultures economically, and immigrants, people who come here the right way.
Mhm.
We want to help them enjoy that American dream that so many have come for and fought for.
Yes, and not take any opportunity for granted and really help this beautiful country has adopt us and we really want to help and it's being built by immigrants. So we want to really help to boost the economy and do the best for for the country and for our culture. So I'm so happy
Exactly.
and also it is so important that we're part of the change,
Yeah.
just not there just talking, but we're part of the change, so
Yeah.
hopefully
Exactly.
we can reach out everywhere.
For
Mhm.
sure. I
Mhm.
think I think you hear the music starting again, Carol.
Yeah,
There it is.
so
So
if you have
look,
questions, if you need financial help, or if you do the banks, I've already told you know what we should do, Boyd.
doesn't matter. Give us a call. There's always options.
Yes, thank you.
Talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.